Fucking headphones on. Look like a fucking idiot.
Okay. We're live. Okay, welcome everybody in the chat. We're here for another live episode of the Kngdom. Reggie is here. He's dropping F-bombs. We're ready to go. I would say we'll be back in approximately, not exactly, but approximately 30 seconds. We'll see you then. All right, ladies and gents. Oh, drums. Sorry, buddy. Pour yourselves a drink. Grab some ice, some cheladas, some clamato, and let's get to her here. Drums, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another live. As usual, my name is Drums, and of course, I am joined by the brothers behind King Golf, Regan and Jordan Headley. We're sending it up north as we usually do. See what's going on with our guy Reg. Have you been golfing yet, buddy, or what?
Yeah, I actually played the first round of the year on Monday.
Nice.
Should have probably cut the grass. I tried to cut the grass tonight, and there's too much moisture, so now I'm not gonna be able to cut it till next week, and I might need an industrial lawnmower because the grass is getting pretty long. But the round went good. Honestly, it was probably the best opening day round I've had probably in my life, I would say, as far as the golf wise. I started with a birdie and then missed 2 10-footers on the next 2 holes, so it was a good start.
Nice.
Other than that,
fully recovered?
I wouldn't say so. I got a bit of a sniffly nose right now, but just because I was working a bunch of dust outside just now.
Yeah, sure. You're just spreading it around the social.
Yeah, social was crazy, actually. Kind of beyond words. It had a lot of support. What do you guys think? It was pretty wild.
I had a good time, I think.
Yeah. Nobody quite remembers how good of a time they had, so that's probably a good sign of the social. But no, but on a serious note, like, we can't thank everyone enough for the support that night, and a bunch of the podcast listeners who actually sent their support without even barely knowing us, just listening to us on here, which was kind of cool and overwhelming. But thanks everyone for that, and thank you two boys for coming. It was awesome.
Absolutely, wouldn't have missed it. Jor, how you doing, buddy?
Top of the evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We are live. Oh, I got a private chat here. Oh, sorry, Drums. We had a bit of a mix-up starting the show here, but we got her sorted out. So, yeah, Reggie, good social. It was the Rotary Arena in Dauphin was a buzzing. It was pretty big. I thought we were actually going to do half the rink, but the interior designers of the layout crew decided to go full bore. Worked out pretty good, actually. The only pain in the ass was, you had to walk a mile to go to the bathroom, but whatever, just pee less or hold it. Drum City brought some diapers, but I didn't. But no.
I should have.
Some of Luca's diapers.
Yeah.
No, things are good here. I just wish that the rain would stop. It's just like, holy cow. We got a little wee taste of golf, and then all of a sudden it just got ripped away again. We're supposed to be starting our league tomorrow night, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a go. Drums is a part of the expansion team in the King Golf or original King League. New name, new teams, but we might have to be a little bit delayed this year because of the rain. So that kind of sucks, but there's not much we can do about it. So just trying to stay positive over here on Marquee. So that's it. Drums.
Yo.
Tell us about your life a little bit here. You still hung or no?
I was pretty. I did have to make a detour into Moon Lake on the way home.
Did you?
Been there?
Yeah. And after that, I was pretty good. Got a good night's sleep in that night, and I was okay. Not great, but just okay on Monday. It's tough, man. I can't go that hard and be okay until like Wednesday nowadays. It's just ridiculous.
Were you up pretty late or right after the social?
We had a weird episode at McDonald's afterwards. Cab driver told us that they wouldn't serve us because it was shift change or something. So we tried anyways, and they wouldn't serve us. So they said, no, come inside. And we're like, okay. So we go inside, and the girl at the front counter is like, how did you get in here? I was like, front door? What do you mean? Well, we can't serve anybody right now. I'm like, what? So then she goes, well, I'll talk to my manager. So then she disappears, comes back, and she's like, well, we can't serve anybody inside, but you can go outside. I'm like, so just walk through the drive-through? And she says, yeah. So we go and stand at the window, and she comes and she's like, well, you have to get chicken. I was like, what is going on? So I ordered a trough full of McChickens, and that was our 3 a.m. meal. But it was a weird situation. Good old Dolphin.
I too was stuck in the McDonald's drive-through for about 20 minutes on Saturday night.
Yeah, this was like a 30-minute event. It was.
Did you get any
chickens? A few hours later, and there's about 6 videos posted of the comments I was making in the drive-through, but we won't post any of those or talk about that any further. But McDonald's Dolphin won't be a sponsor of the Kingdom anytime soon.
Yeah, that was just so weird.
And not by their choice, by ours.
Boycott.
Unreal.
Yeah, that's good. It was a good night. Good time was had by all, and nobody died, so that's good. That's what you want with socials. Me and Drums were talking before the show. We had a couple big suppers here, so we're going to try to revive ourselves a little here if the eyes start kind of closing a bit. I ate way too much. I don't know why I do it every Wednesday, but it never fails. And get into a chilada right after the episode.
A full Spence?
I actually had Spence for lunch today. I had a bit of a change in schedule this week, so it threw me right off. I went all out tonight. Had some chicken stir fry. But
the best.
Yeah. So tonight we got lots going on. This was the most I've had written down for a while here for things to talk about. We also got the PGA Championship starting tomorrow with Tiger Woods back in action with arguably the greatest threesome I've ever heard of or come to see. So we're going to talk about that a little bit.
He's playing in the tournament.
He looks good. We'll go through our usual housekeeping. I was thinking the other day, we might just have to change the name of the show to be called Housekeeping because we've had a really lately. It seems like the majority of our shows have been housekeeping, but that's okay. It's just there's some golf tied in there. There's some random stuff. I think it keeps people entertained a little bit, so we'll keep going with that. And then we got some special announcements tonight. We got a King Golf tournament to announce, the location and the date of it. And we're hoping that some people in the chat might be able to provide some feedback or ideas for what format we want to use. We had a couple good ideas tossed around on the weekend, and we might end up going with one of those, but we want to see what people have to say about it. So we'll announce that. And then our segments at the end. Drums debuted his session last weekend, and I would say it was a hit. Wouldn't you, Rigo?
Yeah. I loved it, actually.
Well, what was the segment again, Drums? Just so people,
you see this?
To look forward to. With a D?
Yeah.
We got Shane in the chat. We got Ken. Hope everybody's doing great out there. I have a bit of a head cold myself, but it kind of disappeared today. I had a couple of those medicine balls. Have you guys ever had those before?
No.
It's a tea. It's a really good tea. So you make some boil some water, you get some peppermint tea, and you mix it with peach ginger, I think it is. Yeah, Drums. The boiling water is the key. But so peppermint tea mixed with peach ginger tea, and then a scoop of like real honey in there. And
nothing better
than
wonders. Real honey and
but there's gonna be some whiskey in there.
Well, I actually should have put some, but I took it to work today, so I guess I could have got away with it. But anyways, let's get to her. What do we got for we'll do housekeeping first, I guess, and we'll get to the PGA stuff. What do you got tonight, Reggie?
I don't have a ton, honestly. Life is one bit of housekeeping I can tell you is that I won't be moving for a long time. Things have been a shit show for 3 weeks here. I don't know if I've sat down for 3 weeks. I'm pretty burnt out. I got into the house about 2 minutes before the show. Housekeeping, though, the groups this weekend, like you talked about, are disgusting. Tiger, Rory, Speith, like, come on. John. Jeez, come on.
You're in that little like closet.
I'm in my office, baby, which is also the John. So this is my third office. DJ, JT, and Cantlay, and Rom, Scheffler, and Morikawa. Like, those are 3 disgusting groups. Those might be my 9 favorite golfers, actually.
Right, but like, you can't top one ever. You can't even sniff it.
No.
So I don't know who the rest of those golfers were, but I know who I'll be watching.
I got to get I got a pretty cool Tiger Woods picture in my office, and I need another one for in here. I got to try to find one online, but
they ain't cheap.
Oh, like
so
at your work office?
Like I'm sitting in a white room. Yeah.
Yeah, you're super bright. Like you're.
This is a padded room, actually. This is a padded room. This is where I've been spending my nights. After trying to build stuff, I just come in here and bang my head on the padded walls.
You really had a 180 here, because a lot of podcasts, especially that one where you had surgery there, you were pitch dark. You could hardly see your face. And now you're in a
things have changed.
Institution.
I'll figure it out when I get a minute. Easton doesn't care about this podcast office, so I got a lot of other things on the go before I get to this.
Well, but you got a lot of wiggle room there too. Then you can do what you want. You can keep this light on all night, like Stealing Harvard. Keep this baby on all night.
2 other big piece of information from the PGA. Is it a major?
Well,
the PGA Championship. We've talked a lot before. Is it?
We've talked about
really
this before,
major? Yeah. Is it really one? Anyways, Bryson's out. I was kind of sounding like he was going to play. He's looking decent. He withdrew today. And Phil, he's injured. He's out as well. Yeah, his wrist is still buggered.
Yeah, Phil, man,
still canceled.
Phil, I don't even know. Like, I actually feel bad for the guy now.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of do. Because,
in what sense?
I don't know. Like, he buried his own. Like, he dug his own grave. He's got to lay in it. But like, all he ever had to do was just say, "Yeah, I just want the money." And I think people would have bought that and kind of went with that more.
What did he say again? I forget.
Well, he said he was basically using Live Golf to pressure the PGA into changing rules to how he wanted them and going about it that way.
But I mean,
at the same time, he shit on like the Saudis while he was doing it. So like he might have screwed himself both sides of it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the Saudis are happy to have him. They got a whole crew of other guys which also didn't get canceled, but they just kind of kept their mouth shut.
Phil's taking a double ender.
Also on Phil, that writer's book came out this week.
Really? Nobody seemed to give a shit. Yeah.
I listened to him on the No Laying Up podcast, and I'm definitely going to get after this book because it's got some. It sounds like he's got some unreal like Phil stories, and not just like the crazy shit that's gone down in the past year, but like really good stories of him, like through college, junior golf, his philanthropy with like just helping people out that in his neighborhood that he knows with like money, buying kid, like just renting out a Target, bringing hundreds of kids in and getting them set up for school and stuff like that. So
I thought he was a monster.
It wasn't like he really wanted to stress that it wasn't like a hit piece on Phil. This just came about while he was interviewing Phil, and Phil, like who Phil is part of this. So It sounds like a pretty interesting book. If you're interested, check out him on that No Laying Up podcast too.
Yeah, the book is called Phil the Monster. Is it?
The drums froze there. I thought we lost him.
You guys skipping?
I'll keep my comments to myself for the live episode here.
The monster, a story about Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, but it will be interesting to see what happens with it all, because it does sound like there's some quality golfers going over there. So all these things take time. They want to really rush these things and make big deals of them, and keep the news cycle running. But it's really too soon to say what's going to happen with it. So we will see.
The Euro Tour also announced that they would be suspending any players that jump ship.
That's okay. I don't think these guys will have to worry about money in the Saudis.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
what else you got, Reggie? Anything?
Pretty much, I'm just reading this thing about Dave Stockton. It says he won the 1970 PGA Championship at Southern Hills. And, at Masters, there's that whole big picture of 40 people, at the Masters Champions dinner. Only 11 people went.
Oh, really?
When he won?
More.
No, like this week.
Koepka, Justin Thomas, Jason Day, Y.E. Yang, Tiger Woods, Vijay Singh, and John Daly skipped it. And it says one player Stockton didn't miss, defending champion Phil Mickelson. It was a fun evening. Phil was not missed. I think Phil would have been a big distraction whether he was here. The story here this week is the PGA. Dave Stockton just firing shots from the wheelchair.
Yeah, I don't get that part of it. Whatever, he made his bed, he's sleeping in it. Leave him alone.
I said pluck off, but fuck off too. Okay, well, is that it, Rigo, for housekeeping? I got a couple.
Yep.
That wasn't really housekeeping either. That was already PGA talk, but we'll let you away with this one. Okay, so I got a few things. Drums, last episode you were talking about things you slide up and down or use to slide your grips off of clubs. I don't know where I saw it. Ches, maybe he commented, I think, on one of the YouTube. It was a YouTube comment from last week. Anyways, it's called acetone. Right? That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
It's spelled acetone, but I think it's acetone.
Yeah.
It might be acetone.
Ass. So that's that. What else? Callaway. We talked about Callaway last episode and how they're making a comeback to the golf world. I just wanted to mention that they have some really cool things going on YouTube as well. They've really stepped up their social media game. They're doing they must have hired a guy to interview the PGA players. I think Rombo is on there. There's a few really good interviews where this guy basically just takes them out to the range and has a good chat with them. So cool to see that. What for who?
Like Callaway's players.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even think these are Callaway guys. I think they're just PGA Tour players.
Like Rombo's
because I don't
think, isn't he?
Yeah, Rombo's not Callaway. I don't know. Check it out. I don't think he is. Anyways, I could be wrong.
He switched recently.
Oh, really? It would make sense if it was Callaway guys, but the ones I saw in there were actually really good. The guy was a really good interviewer. So
Ches isn't gonna like that we're talking about Callaway, but
why he didn't like Callaway?
He's a big TaylorMade guy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, right. Did you know that Callaway owns Topgolf?
Huh?
Really? They bought it for like a big amount last year, eh? I remember that.
Yeah, and that's a big portion of where their comeback is.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. They might be back full force. I think they need to do a little bit of rebranding though, in terms of their logos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think
the designs, their clubs and stuff
No, their new driver is sick, man. That was the best driver to look at from overhead.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, it was sick.
Huh.
But the logo, yeah, I don't know, and the green and I don't know, weird colors. But anyways, Callaway's are coming back.
Yeah,
the green. I think the Epic is green or
the
something.
Epic is green, yeah. Maverick's yellow.
So we talked about Morgan Wallen's new song, "Don't Think Jesus." Also on YouTube, I found a really cool video of him singing it live, and he kind of told a story of how he was driving home one day and his buddies sent him this song. Like his buddies wrote the song for him about him, which is really cool.
Mhm.
And so he got back to his house or wherever it was and he played it. And it was like his first day knowing of the song. And he sang it exactly how it is. It was like 6 months ago. It just blew
Which
my
song?
mind out. Don't Think Jesus.
Really?
Yeah. It's on YouTube. Check it out. It's pretty cool video. So I was just blown away by the fact that he basically saw a song the first time that day, knew how to play it, knew word for word, and just killed it. Because I don't know if talent
Did you see
is like
P. Diddy uncanceled him?
Did he? Oh, I didn't see that. Where? How? Where drums go? Drums is canceled. Oh, he's back.
We're all over the place here.
You're back, drums. Welcome.
Back.
Okay, what were you saying about P. Diddy?
Said P. Diddy uncanceled Morgan.
Did he?
Yeah.
Callaway owns the OGO.
He just said it in his statement that he's no longer canceled.
Good. Love Diddy.
Oh yeah.
Diddy and Get Him to the Greek.
Bag.
Do you? They always had
good.
unreal bags. Just a terrible name, hey? And branding.
So it's like a match made in heaven then.
Pretty much. What else? Oh, last thing here. So at Reggie's social, before the social, we were having a chat in the basement there. I forget what spawned the drums, but we were talking about lefties versus righties.
I remember what spawned it.
What?
I was bitching that Luke is going to be a left-hander because that's how he swings right now.
Yeah. And I said in a perfect world, it should be 50-50, you'd think. That's kind of how most things are, is 50-50.
Yeah, I think I said 60-40. I think it's getting a lot closer than we might think.
That's what the poll was, 60-40. I thought 70-30. Rob thought 90-10 or something stupid like that. So.
Yeah, well, he's an idiot.
Our fact checker really took a shit on that one. But so anyways, it was 40-60 I was surprised to see that.
Thing is, I think there's a lot more lefties out there that are kind of like that 40-year-old age.
That should have been lefties.
Because they should have been lefties, but there wasn't teachers then that would teach lefties, so they just started right-handed.
Or clubs.
There's a few guys from Dauphin that Stan wouldn't coach because they were left-handed, so they just went right.
That's old school.
It's still so crazy, though. There's still so many sets of clubs out there that you can't get left in. And wedges and putters,
really?
Yeah. It's insane.
It is.
Well, quit being weird.
It's pretty discriminatory, if you ask me.
You should call somebody.
I might write a letter to Trudeau and see what he can do about this. He seems to be a really good problem solver for stuff like that.
Very, very good.
And also,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it also seems like it's the ratio is way different because of the players on tour. I think there's more recreational golfers that are left-handed.
So probably because a lot of recreational players would have done another sport, right? Or a golfer, you're just if you're on the PGA, you've been pretty well strictly golf your whole life, other than rec guys that played ball or hockey and shot that way or swung the bat that way.
There's a lot of hockey players that are left-handed in golf. Mm-hmm. Right?
What blows my mind, though, is somebody who's plays them differently. Stocks plays hockey left-handed and golf right-handed.
Fox too.
Really? It's so Fox is a lefty in hockey?
Yeah.
I'm not a great stick handler left-handed, but right-handed, no, never.
I suck left-handed in NHL on PlayStation.
Yeah, inverted.
Yeah, I can't get that.
Yeah, it's wild. But I can golf right-handed a little bit, and I can't play hockey right-handed at all.
Yeah,
weird,
super weird.
So, anyways, lots of weirdos out there. Thankfully,
or the guys that can go both ways.
Hockey,
in golf.
Yeah, golf for sure. Golf's a lot easier to do both ways. I think. Rigo's pretty good both ways.
Do you remember we played
his sexuality too?
Yeah.
Remember we played Birdies for Brain Tumor with Dad and Cody a couple years ago, and another guy.
Yeah.
And that guy is like a 5 handicap.
Shanks?
Right. Yeah, Shanks. He's like a 5 or 6 right-handed and like an 8 left-handed. It's wild.
Oh, and an unreal nickname.
Yeah.
If your name's Shanks, you've earned it.
I think if I played a whole summer right-handed, I think I could get down to like a.
Here we go.
Oh,
Everybody's on the edge for this one. What do you think you get down to?
you're not beating me.
Probably like a 15 at the highest, maybe. I think I could get lower than 15. Man, I'm telling you, me and Fox used to play against each other opposite hands all the time.
Keep it in the play, right?
Yeah. Like I'm better with the long clubs almost right-handed than left-handed.
Hey, Mom.
It's weird.
Not sure why Mom didn't say address me, but whatever.
You're the forgotten child.
I guess so. Rigo's new office is buzzing. Just needs a few decos in there. So I guess we can just skip past the PGA chat, or anything else you want to touch on with that? What time's tee off tomorrow? Anybody know? Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the video here?
It came out of nowhere, hey?
Yeah, it's so screwed up having it at this time of the year now instead of like September or October, whenever the hell it used to be.
Oh yeah, right. It was always the last one, hey?
Yeah.
First tee time 7 a.m. Big John.
Big John. How about that screenshot of him and Joel Damon?
Unreal. That's who's golfing together 7 a.m.
I thought they were playing together. No, I think that was just the D's, right?
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, he's playing. John Daly's playing with Y.E. Yang and Sean McKeel.
Sean McKeel's still around.
What a threesome!
I love how they put JD out there first, just so he didn't get too out of control tonight.
Yeah, but what about tomorrow night?
Well,
what time's Tiger off tomorrow? That's all that matters.
Take a EM, say 10:40.
Back when Tiger was in his prime, I mean, it hasn't changed much still, but like anybody who even like, if there was a major on or something, the only question that everybody would ask is, how's Tiger doing? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to anybody about golf, how's Tiger doing? And he's usually winning too. That was a wild part. But yeah.
Now it's is he playing?
Yeah. And what time? So if anybody has, there's Ken. Ken has replaced Rob officially as our fact checker on board here.
With the capitals even. He's got big Tiger.
He went reverse capitals.
Oh.
Little T. Boy, Kenny, thanks. Thanks, Ken.
Is that 811 EST or CST?
That's us.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because where is it again? Where's the tourney?
Oakland Hills?
Oklahoma.
What state though? Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I'd love to go to Oklahoma. It's a pretty deadly place, although they get a lot of tornadoes there. Tornado Alley. Okay.
We got floods up here, so
we're flooding hard.
Yeah, man. Hard. Is Weed
City
Minnedosa
flooding? Holy shit.
Yeah, Weed City. We should try to figure something out if there's something we could do to help them. They're doing a fundraiser tournament though. Part 3, Dosa. I think. Dosa, yes. Dosa.
Yeah.
Shared it on Instagram the other day. So I don't know. We'll maybe try to think of something, but I hope that they can get rid of that water ASAP. It'd be nice if it just like chilled out a little bit. Even Weed City too. There's 4 holes I think they're closed right now because of rain. So just can't catch a break. Can't catch a break.
They're actually, believe it or not, calling for snow here tomorrow.
Oh, right on. Perfect.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
If it snows here tomorrow, man, I don't know. Gotta find a building high enough and just
be jumping out of the Aspen window.
No, it's not high enough.
I got a cool thing to talk about before we go any further here. This is actually sent in by Trevor Dickey today. I can try to bring it up, but I'll maybe just try to remember it off the top of my head. But it was a Reddit post basically that said, If you and Tiger Woods were playing against each other, you could pick any par 3 of your choice, your favorite par 3. How many times would Tiger beat you out of 100, you think? And the post kind of elaborated a little bit, saying like, out of 100 shots, Tiger probably will make a couple pars. You'll probably also throw a couple in there out of 100 where you can tap it in or make a putt. So what do you think the number would be that you would actually beat Tiger out of 100 on your favorite hole? And what hole would that be? Two-parter. People in the chat too, if you have an idea of how many times you'd beat Tiger Woods out of 100 on your favorite par 3, type it in.
And what was the second part?
What hole would you pick? Because you get to choose the par 3.
Oh, I know what I'm choosing.
Yeah, so 17 at Clear Lake. And I'm probably getting 3.
3 out of 100 wins?
Yeah. I've maybe parred that hole 3 times in my entire life, so that's what I'm basing it off of. But I still love that hole.
I would say I'd go Clear Lake too, just because there's a lot that can go wrong there. Although that might work against me, because he'd be able to play it better.
I think as soon as he gets his wedge dialed, like, you're toast.
Yeah, like the post even said, does he even miss the green out of 100 shots if he's hitting the same shot?
Yeah,
it kind of said that
like
you'd move the pin every time too, as part of like the thing. So it would have some different looks, but I'm actually going to switch mine to be 11 at Wheat City. That seems to be my best played hole, I think. So I'd say I could beat him 5 times out of 100.
On which number, sorry?
11 at Wheat City.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
He's not missing that green, though, I don't think, in 100 shots.
Is that the one that slopes left to right?
No, it's the one right after, 10. It's a really tight one. 11 comes back. They're both the pawns in between there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a pretty straightforward hole. That's why I think I would maybe get some good shots in there.
I would say 17 at Clear Lake. And I would say probably
because of experience, you think?
Experience, and
you might get a couple early ones in on him.
The thing, that would be my best part of my game, probably, is wedges. So I could say that I could probably make, I don't know, I might make 15 to 20 birdies out of 100. I don't know. And then, maybe he doesn't birdie it he probably birdies that hole 8 times out of 10, though.
Yeah.
You think so?
Depends, I guess. I don't know.
Once he gets into a rhythm.
Yeah, but same as us. I could say I'd birdie it 15 times out of 100, but when you hit the same shot over and over, you're going to get dialed. I'm going to say 10 wins as well.
10?
You and Shane are pretty...
I can't picture 5 at Carberry.
Me either. Got to get out to Carberry ASAP. Stat. ASAP as possible, as Michael Scott would say. 15 to 20. Connor. Oh, baby.
Holy.
That's beating him too. All right. That's bold. I like it. I don't know where the rail is, though.
I think that's Transcona, right?
The brass rail?
No, I think that's the rail is what they call that one in Transcona. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
I don't know. I think you could be on his best day. Yeah, I mean, the same kind of thing here. That's assuming we're all kind of playing above average, probably. But also, I was thinking, if Tiger played Rossman Lake hole 3 100 times, how many hole-in-ones would he get, you think? If any. Hard to say, but on average, if he did it 100 times, 100 shots 100 times.
No,
2 out of 100?
1.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have guessed probably 3 or 4.
You think so?
Yeah.
How many times?
What did you say?
That's so dialed in. That's crazy.
If Tiger played hole 3 at Rossman Lake 100 times, on average, not like a one-time event, how many hole-in-ones would he get? Yeah, Connor's from the States. He's one of our TikTok pals on there. He had a video.
Oh,
and speaking of that, we got some news kind of for the people in the chat and for our pals around here in terms of TikTok and some other stuff. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But what do you think, Rigo?
2
dunks.
Yeah.
I guess it might make a little bit of difference because it is blind, right? Like if that was a straightaway shot out from 60 yards, I'd expect Tiger to probably dunk at least. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to say. Mom's got a hole in one there.
2
hole in ones. Reggie has one. Hole 3.
For all the Battle of Alberta fans out there, there's some wild stuff going on in that game.
Already.
Calgary scored 3 goals in the first 6 minutes. See this, Smitty. McDavid just scored a minute and a half later to make it 3-1. So I'm sure that's going to be a wild game.
That boy is possessed.
Smith has been pulled.
Rightfully so.
Coach Sutter has been on fire.
He's phenomenal.
He's unreal. I've seen him
shredded.
like 5 times this whole. Yeah, he is for sure. Speaking of shredded, did we talk about the Kings yet on here?
I think so.
Think so?
Well, I don't know. I think we did too, but if not, congrats to the Dauphin Kings and Uncle Doug.
No, you know what? They were just going to Game 7 last week.
Yeah, because we did it on Tuesday because they were playing on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So congrats to the Dauphin Kings. That was Dad went to the game. Rigo, I'm sure you had a watch party at your place.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the game. That was the most emotion I've had for a while. And I didn't pay too much attention to the Kings this year, so I can't imagine how those guys and you guys would feel as fans there. So it's good to see. It was really good to see Uncle Doug and the Kings get the trophy. Uncle Doug's been close quite a few times, but it was nice to see one go his way for a change. And they had a parade there yesterday.
We're actually me and Estevan Sunday.
Yes. Heading to Saskatchewan
for the game and maybe playing a round of golf in Regina or somewhere around that area on Monday. I don't know. Maybe
with Boomtown?
Maybe with Boomtown. Who knows? See if we get invited by the Boom Man.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Is there a good course in Estevan?
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but
somebody, if anybody in the chat knows any golf courses in Regina, because we'll be there a couple days too, I think. So I've heard Deer Valley, but I've also heard that it's kind of taken a shit the last couple of years. And somebody recently said Wascana. Somebody applied for the King Ambassador, and they were talking about Wascana. He was a worker there, and he said it was the premier course in Regina. But I don't know if it's private or not. Reggie, turn that buzz off, bro.
That'll be the indication if he can get to be an ambassador or not, if he can get you on the course.
Yeah, I slipped that in there. I said, well, you know what would increase your odds quite a bit. I won't tell you, but you could probably figure it out. So anyone in the chat, if you've been to Regina, golfed in Regina, let us know what the best course is, because we're looking to maybe do a bit of golf in between hockey games this weekend. Anyways, what happened? How did we get to there? We were talking about Sutter.
You said shredded.
Yeah. No, you said shredded.
Speaking of shredded.
But Daryl, is it Daryl Sutter? Yeah.
Daryl.
He's amazing. I really liked his thing that he said yesterday about sports and church and music. That was the things that bring Alberta together. And
yeah, because he didn't want it to be called the Battle of Alberta or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen an interview from that guy in years, and like the last 3 or 4 days, I've just seen like fire out of that guy.
Well, did you see? This was probably like a month ago. He got on the mic, and I think they just played Colorado, and he was like, "It's going to be a waste of 8 days. Whoever gets them in the first round, because it's just going to be a waste of everybody's time to." We should just fast forward to 8 days because they're just going to get past. They're the best. They're the best hockey team I've ever seen in my life. Like he just says shit like that. He's unreal.
You have to appreciate the honesty. That's what I love about stuff like that. It's just like he's not doing things to be politically correct. He's just saying what is on his mind, and it's a rare thing nowadays to see that.
I think it was TNT and like Biz and the boys. They had Johnny Hockey on after they won, and they're like, "What did Daryl say to you after the game?" And he's like, "Nothing." Like he scores a Game 7 game winner goal. Coach doesn't even say anything to him.
I was actually just going to say. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say he looks like he gives out some really tough love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Like on that same subject of good interviews and good personalities, man. Finally got like the feed because I don't usually watch on the NHL network. I usually watch on Sportsnet, so you get their intermissions and their terrible staff and their everything. But I was watching whoever was here on the weekend. I think it might have been Pix. He left his NHL network signed in, so I watched the game on my PlayStation last night. And Biz Nasty has to be one of the funniest guys on the planet.
He's so good.
He's so stupid though, like so stupidly funny, man. Did you see when he cup checked Rick Tocchet the other day?
Yeah.
Like just begged him and then just ran and hid behind the net on the set. Like, I mean, he's basically getting paid however much he's getting paid just to be himself, just a complete idiot, and nobody cares. They just say, "Oh, that's just Biz being Biz." Mm-hmm. And I don't know too many other people that have a job like that.
No, I think he's stupid.
BX is pretty good too, actually.
BX is really good.
Mm-hmm.
BX is the only like good one on that side of Canada. Yeah,
I liked when BX Elliot was talking last night, and he put his hand out, and then BX put his hand on top of his. You love to see that. Okay, so anything else we want to talk about here? Oh yeah, big announcement, official, as of a couple days ago. So we got so people in the chat, get your thinking caps on here. We need a bit of assistance. Walk through a little bit here. So June 24th, as far as we know, we're going to be putting out something in the next little while. But June 24th is going to be a 2-man scramble in Minnedosa, Dosa National, assuming everything's okay there by then. So that's kind of still a little bit up in the air. Should be good, though, I think, by then.
Fingers
so
crossed.
That's one. 2-man scramble, Dosa, June 24. Second one, July 8th, I believe. It's a Friday. That's going to be the King Cup this year. That's in Oak Island. Once again, we return to Oak Island. And the August tournament, brand new, official, August 12th, Rossman Lake.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Rossman
Friday
National.
as well. Rossman Lake is going to be buzzing.
Rossman Lake?
Why Fridays?
I don't know, because then you don't kill a weekend.
It'd be kill a holiday.
That's okay. What else would you rather be doing than golfing?
I have a child, boy.
So that's that. Anyways, we got a 2-man scramble in Dosa. We got a 3-man scramble at the King Cup, same format as last year, but we're looking for a format for Rossman. And we had one of a Rossburn, what would you call it? Citizens or Rossmanite? Rossburn.
Local jokel.
I think it was Marty, but Harley told me this. And so we talked about a format where everybody hits the drive. You take the best one, and then everybody plays their own ball from that shot, and you take the 2 best scores from that. But their idea was you actually all hit your drives. You take the best one. You all play in, same thing, but you take the best and the worst added together.
Oh, that might get pretty dicey.
So we call it the weakest link. I thought that would be a cool name for it.
There might be some scraps amongst your own teammates.
I think that would be really fun.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like a mixture of like a scramble and individual, but also team as well. and you have to be on your game. You can't really take any shots off, you know?
No, that's good.
I think that would be sick.
And that's
so
a
if
4-man?
That's a 4-man, yeah. If anybody has any comments on that, or if they have any other ideas, we got some good ideas on the Instagram the other day. But interested to see. I'm sure Ches will have something to say here. Connor, if you have any tournaments that we might not be as familiar with down here in Canada, let us know, because always open to ideas. I thought that idea was really cool, though. Something to explore, anyways. It's something different, right? I've never seen anything like that before. Thoughts?
It'd be fun. I like it a lot.
Okay.
I think that's
so there you have it. Yeah. Nobody's chiming in, so we're going to go ahead and assume the silence is everybody's fell over their chair. So excited.
The silence for me means I agree mostly with it.
Okay.
Don't really have any rebuttal. It's definitely good good groundwork,
good
and
change.
you could probably build a bit off it. Yeah.
I think it'd be
throw
cool.
some things in there, yeah, for sure.
I think another idea, though. Go ahead.
No, I just think that if there was ever a course to do it at, it would probably be Rossman, for the simple fact that like you can't get into too much trouble on the second shot
if you have a good drive. Yes,
right. But you got 4 drives, yeah. So you'd make like a double maybe at the most, because you're gonna have a good drive. I don't think anybody's really gonna be hitting it out of bounds from a good drive there. I shouldn't say that for sure, but yeah. I
if
think
you do,
there was
too
a course
bad.
to try that. Yeah, no, definitely. It'd be cool. It'd be tough to keep track of, and there'd probably be some cheating, but
oh yeah, definitely.
Well, that's why you put groups together, so there's no cheating. It takes the element out of it. So that's it. That's cool. That'll be more coming soon for that, I would say.
So that's it. That's cool.
When's that one?
August 12th. June 24th, July 8th, and August 12th. We're also thinking about one. This would be a tournament where you bring like a team of golf. So you'd have 3 golfers, and then you have to have 1 non-golfer. So somebody who has never golfed before. I don't know how. The only issue with that is, how do you really measure that, right?
How do you just believe people?
Yeah, it's a little subjective, but I think it'd be cool. The cool thing about that would be that we get to bring some new people into golf in kind of like a less intimidating way. So, you know, if there's a lot of people who don't golf at a tournament, it's easier than just showing up and being the only person who has never golfed before. But
you think there'd be enough interest? Or
I don't know.
Enough interest. I shouldn't say interest. Do you think there'd be enough people that haven't golfed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be the tough part.
Could also, we'll save it for off the show, but
what?
Could have a Hickory tournament at one point too.
Yeah, we just need a bunch of Hickory clubs, though.
Bring your own BYOH. Bring your own Hickory.
Okay, well, we've been here for almost an hour now already. It seems like it's been 5 minutes, but
an hour.
Damn near.
Oh.
I guess we had a 5-minute late start. So should we do segments or skip them? Reggie, what do you think? Okay, drums, you go. I don't really have
drums. Let's just hear drums. You see this, and then we'll discuss those.
Okay, I got a few. You see this, and did you know? Did you guys see that next year the Coyotes will not be able to have their logo on the ice surface that they're playing at the University of Arizona, or Arizona State? How embarrassing is that for a National Hockey League team?
Like, what are we doing here? What is happening? The rink was one thing. The way that team is another. And then they can't have their own logo. They're an NHL team, and they can't have their logo at center ice. They can't have their own advertising. Like, what are we doing here?
On the ice. That's so crazy.
But why? What's the reasoning? because it's not
It's
their
the
rink?
SU's rink.
ASU's not willing to give up their, I guess, advertising for it.
That's absolutely insane. That's the most Mickey Mouse shit. But
That's
Rigo,
so
like,
Mickey Mouse.
yeah, I say that probably 10 times a day. Like, what are we doing here? It just
Yeah.
seems like nothing right now makes sense. It's like good is bad,
Up is
wrong
down.
is right, up is down. It's a clown world, and I don't know when it changes, but this, in history, typically it's been like a pendulum, right? So it swings back and forth. We have to be at the furthest side of fucking stupidity as you could go in every subject.
I
So
don't know.
it has
think
to
that
start
every
coming
day.
back to sanity at some point here.
It's fucking
Never
nuts.
know. But yeah, like to tell, like how do you market yourself as the best hockey league in the world and one of the top 4 leagues in the world when you have a team in your league that can't put their logo at center ice
And they're a
playing
guest.
a 5,000 seat rink? They're a guest at the rink. Like, what is happening? Like
Arizona should be like there's no excuses here. Vegas is like one of the best selling rinks because it's a tourist attraction. There's a whole bunch of Canadians in Phoenix for the winter. They should have no issues getting fans there. It should be one of the top rinks in the league, I think. And
Definitely.
is it just because of the location of the old rink, like in Glendale?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it worked out. Like Glendale actually was willing to gift them the land to build an arena on, and they never broke ground.
Shouldn't be taking
they basically
gifts,
rescinded
though,
them. Yeah. But they
But
were
it's
also like $1 million in back pay for like the last arena they were in. Like they hadn't paid their bill.
But it's also a bitch to get out there. Me and Fox tried to, I think I've said it on here before, we tried to go to a game one time, and we went the shortest route, and we showed up an hour and a half late for the game, and we didn't get to go to the game.
Oh, really?
Because it was just a shit show. Obviously, we learned from then, but the setup at that old rink was sick. Have you guys been to a game there?
No.
Probably one of the best setups in the NHL, but like it's got restaurants all around it and like a big it's so sick, but it's so hard. Like it's just in such a bad location. The football stadium's out there, but people are crazy in the States for football. So they'll kind of drive anywhere for that. But
And Ottawa kind of has the same issues too. Like
yeah, they do, yeah.
Canada.
In
it's
Canada,
just,
yeah.
But Ottawa's just stupid in general. It seems like Ottawa's even making better decisions than Phoenix. Like, how long has Phoenix been in the league for? 20 years? When did they enter?
Yeah.
90s?
96, right?
Figure it out. How much time do we need here? Like, they could
not
have guessed
working,
this
guy.
15 years ago that this wasn't going to be a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got other teams
It's
just chomping at the
insane.
bit, like other cities, and like they got Arizona, and they're letting them play in a college rink. Like,
but it's Arizona. It should not be an issue here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tough, very tough. Doesn't
Very
help
tough.
that their team sucks, but oh well.
Another
Back
did
to the segment.
you see this was Mitch Marner getting carjacked at gunpoint for his Range Rover.
What?
Yeah.
After the game?
No, I guess it was Monday. He was coming out of I think it was a movie theater, and 3 guys, 2 with guns, 1 with a knife, held him up and took the car.
They took it.
Apparently, it's getting like super bad in Toronto for carjackings. I think I saw that they're up to 60 confirmed cases compared to last year. They had 60, and we're in what are we, May right now?
you know what? It's getting to that age where the people who played Vice City growing up are old enough to have their own guns.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they're just basically doing what they did on the video game. Imagine I felt
that's
bad
a nice
doing
car.
that on a video game. Imagine doing that in real life.
Marner probably thought it was because they lost. He was getting jacked.
Yeah, he was getting. He probably thought, yeah, that's it. I blew. What's this? My 6th time. They're just gonna off me.
Sorry, Drums. You brought this on yourself. We didn't
did.
mention it till now, but that was a tough one Saturday night.
It's pretty ugly. Still
I'm
not.
surprised there's still glass in those frames behind.
Not sure I can talk about it. A lot of emotional stress.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about it. We talked about it a lot on Saturday night. Seems like nobody really had an answer.
I don't think there is an answer.
No, but like Rigo said, there's got to be some sort of curse happening there. But what is it? I don't know. Who did it? How do they get rid of it?
It's just to the point now where, I mean, that's all people talk about. And it's one of those things, it becomes mental at this point. It might not even be so much their team, it's mental. It's just
1,000%.
They want to win. Like, I think this might be bold too, but I think that once they win the first round, like, they got to move up to be close to a cup favorite when they can get past the first round.
Yeah. Right. I think they would have been this year.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Truly sad.
Did you see this? Norm Macdonald secretly recorded a last stand-up special for Netflix. I know, Jordan, you're a big Norm guy now. But yeah, he secretly recorded one of his last sets to be released on Netflix. I don't know that it's got a release date yet, but it is in the pipeline apparently.
Wow.
Norm Macdonald is king.
Were you guys what were your guys feeling? I know he's like kind of a polarizing guy, but Gilbert Gottfried?
Don't know him.
He passed away. Do you know him? Like the guy that did the voice of the bird in Aladdin, like that really high pitched, squeaky, squawky guy, the Affleck guy. No idea what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh yeah, this guy.
I've heard of him before, but who's this guy? Can't just say that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he recently passed away too.
Rest in peace, Gilbert.
Okay, on to the Did You Know? And I just came across this one.
Rest in peace, Gigi.
I came across this one today, and it's got a little hockey flavor and a little of Brandon flavor here.
Nice.
So, a gentleman by the name of George Tackaberry moved to Brandon, opening up a shoe repair business in 1892. He lived next door to a man named Joe Hall, who was a professional hockey player, who complained about his hockey boots. In 1905, Hall asked Tackaberry if he could help him in making a pair of hockey boots that would last the season without collapsing. Tackaberry made him a pair using kangaroo leather and reinforced toe. The following year, Hall came back with orders from all of his teammates, and business took off. The style of the boot became known as the Tackaberry. When Tackaberry died in November of 1937, his wife, in turn, sold the patent to CCM, and the boots are still on the market today, commonly known as CCM Tacks.
He's from Brandon.
He moved to Brandon, but he lived in Brandon for a good chunk of his life. That's where he created the Tacks.
CCM Tacks, made in Brandon.
Crazy.
George's on mute. It looks like he's talking a lot, but nothing coming out.
There's a freaking dog barking outside, so I muted myself.
I thought you got a dog.
That was going to happen too. Huh?
I thought you got a dog.
I don't even remember what I said, but I think I was thinking like CCM Tacks is like the skate, right? Like the most infamous skate.
For like our
been around
life,
the longest.
Right?
Yeah. Deadly.
Nice work, Drums.
That's what I got.
So beer's almost done.
You know?
Yeah, good segment, Drums. I'm sure the fans are liking that one. I would say the people watching the show. We hit 100 subscribers today, so that's kind of a cool thing. We initially had pretty high hopes on YouTube. We started pretty hot on here, and then after like 5 episodes, it got really time consuming to try to edit those videos, so we just gave up on it. Went back to podcasts only, strictly podcasts. And then we started uploading videos again on YouTube. And then we started doing some live stuff like we are now. And we hit 100 subs. So if you're not subscribed yet, I don't know. What are you doing? But we would appreciate it if you did, for sure. And I think that's it for tonight. What do you guys figure? Anything else you want to touch on? Excited for Tiger tomorrow?
Yeah.
Got to get a big sleep tonight.
Big sleep to watch tape.
8:11. Get your alarm clocks ready.
What do you mean? What's Tor Hill?
I used to work with a girl named Tor Hill. I did.
It was Tor Hill and Sloan Kettering, and they were blazing that shit up every day.
Maybe Ches is dating Tor Hill.
Oh,
actually, a funny story about that. She'll probably never watch this, so a funny story quickly before we wrap things out here. So at BDO, we used to have email addresses. It was like, so mine was J Headley. So that's fine, right? So anyways, hers was T Hill, and because she was a summer student. And then she went back to school, came back for summer again. So she was Toe Hill, and then went back to school, came back to work. So then she was Tor Hill. And I think that's where it ended, but her real name's Tori. I don't know if I think the fourth summer she finally got her whole name in there because it was T Hill, Toe Hill, Tor Hill, and then Tori Hill. So I wonder if that's who Ches talking about. Maybe they're dating. Ches, are you?
I'm thinking he has no idea what you're talking about.
Well, we have no idea what he's talking about with Tor Hill. Okay.
She's his own one.
Ches, what talking about?
Are we going to wait for him to reply or wrap up the show here?
We're going to wait. We're just going to sit here and wait for him.
Yeah, we're going to see what Ches says.
Just stare at the screen.
Oh, that could actually be a segment one day when he calls in. Ches says.
Ches says. I like that. Or Ches.
Tori Hill.
Kenny Chesney. What?
I don't think Ches is going to say what Tor Hill is.
So we should bring Ches on right now. I could invite him quickly. We could have a little chat, see what he's talking about.
Anyways.
Maybe Tori kidnapped him. Okay. We're still live here, unfortunately. So once again, thanks everybody for coming out tonight, for joining into the chat. Hope everybody has a great PGA Championship weekend and gets a shitload of golf watching in. We'll be in Saskatchewan.
Should we do picks?
Yeah, of course. Quick picks while we wait for Ches, although something happened to him, I think.
Oh, he might have got murdered. He might have got carjacked now.
Okay. I'm going Tiger. Let's have a bet here, though. Let's have something on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, shotgun.
Oh, speaking of that, what do you guys think of your picks? I'll briefly say part of the ambassador thing that I want to talk about that I completely forgot about. So, as mentioned in the last episode, we're looking for some King Golf ambassadors. We kind of want to have them out of like province almost, just to, build brand awareness and a little bit outside of Manitoba. But we still want to reward people for the people who have been following us all along and people who have been supporting us and watching and stuff like that. So what we're going to do with that is we have our Kngdom TikTok account, and we're going to pump that up a bit, and we're hoping that a lot of local guys will participate in that. So that's pictures, videos, and stuff like that. And if we end up using your stuff on any of our platforms, we'll actually send you some T-Fuel. So we talked about that a while ago. I thought that people would have more golf videos on their phone than they actually did. But now that we're in summer, we should have a whole bunch of new videos, new content, pictures, videos, and stuff like that. So anybody local who, maybe isn't an official ambassador, but still wants to earn some money or get some King gear, we might do like a reward system in a sense in that too. So just something to keep in mind when you're on the golf course these next couple of weeks is get some good content, send it into us, and we'll post it and give you some sort of a kickback for it. So that's what we're going to be doing for the local crew and our loyal pals on here, because they've been here from the start, and we can't really just bypass them to start giving shit out to other people. So
I figured it out.
What?
Tor Hill is a course in Regina. Ches is behind. He said a couple things before. He's just getting caught up.
Oh yeah, he's just because he started talking about Callaway like super.
Yeah, and he was talking about Maverick, and then he was talking about Ogio. So he was behind. Tor Hill is a course in Regina, so that's where it is.
I thought he was like digging into his encyclopedia for the Callaway stuff, and then finally got it. Attaboy, cheese.
That's good shit. Chaz is keeping us
Yeah.
entertained on here on the daily, on the weekly.
Tor Hill's a 27-hole championship course.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. It says
Okay.
the funnest natural terrain for golfing, but we're talking about Saskatchewan, so we're not really talking about a whole lot of
Flat.
terrain. But
It's just flat.
Chaz is gonna have a heyday when he gets to the end and realize that we were waiting for him.
Okay, who are you picking, Reg?
I'll go Rory.
Okay, I'm taking Shane.
Shane Lau.
Yeah,
Back to Shane. Love
back
it.
to Shane. All right, boys.
I'm going Tiger, of course. So loser shotguns.
Yep.
If anybody's still in the chat and wants to join in and participate in the bet to shotgun, you have about 20 seconds. Unless you're Chez, then you'll be here for another half hour probably. That's amazing.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
See you, boys.
All right, love you, boys. Later.
Love you guys. Thanks everybody in the chat once again, and we'll see you in 2 weeks back live.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Cam Young.
Oh, Shane says Cam Young. You know what? We're going to bring it up here. We're not quite done yet. Cam Young.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Cam Young wins the tournament. Shane looks like a genius. We got to figure out Shane's last name one of these episodes.
Shane Kitty Cat.
What was his cat's name? He said his cat's name.
Per.
Spicer or something? Micer? I think it was Spicer. Okay. That's it. Shane's the only one who gets in here. If Cam Young finishes last, Shane's coming on to shotgun.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.